This is Jake Bazicki, and this is an ACT Science conflicting viewpoints question. Now, this question is one of those questions where it presents us with, it's a high-level question where it presents us with a totally different theory to any of the ones presented here, where we have one giant supercontinent called Pangaea. It's talking about how all of the Earth's continents used to be connected. So the continents were connected into a supercontinent, and that it states that the continent spread out over time, moving with shifting plates in the Earth's crust. And so it gives us this theory that all of the continents were connected in Pangaea, and that they spread out over time because there are plates in the Earth's crust that these continents were attached to. And it asks us about that. If it asks us any evidence supporting this theory would it strengthen scientist 1 perspective, scientist 2's perspective, both perspectives, or neither? And so this is sort of a high-level question because you have to understand the theory they're presenting you with, and then apply any evidence supporting this theory, how that would affect the viewpoints, whether it would strengthen or weaken the viewpoints of scientist 1 or scientist 2. So the keywords here we're going to be looking at are continents, connected, plates, shifting plates. So any evidence supporting that there are shifting plates underneath the continents. So we're looking at each scientist 1 and scientist 2's perspective to see if anything resonates there. So as we're scanning through, we do see it talking about the crust, just in the introduction here. And in here, there's but scientist 1, but talks about a flexible crust, nothing about plates. It just talks about this asthenosphere that molds a flexible crust to form waves, to form mountains, or an uneven cooling of that crust, which forms the ocean basins. Nothing about plates. Then we keep going into sciences 2. Oh, there it is, right there in the first line. The Earth's crust is divided into many moving plates. And talks about how these plates come together and they push up to form mountains, and how these, when one plate goes under another, it can form an the ocean basins whenever they form depression because of these plates that are moving. So we do see this reference to moving plates a lot in scientist 2's perspective, and not at all in scientist 1's perspective. So evidence that would support a theory of moving plates in the crust would strengthen scientist 2's perspective only, because we don't see any evidence to support scientist 1 that it supports scientist 1's argument, and thus cannot strengthen both of them. And since we know that it does support scientist 2's argument, or it aligns with scientist 2's argument, we know that it would not support scientist 2's argument. So the answer choice has to be